not worry, I am here. I just have to get the show going. Everybody, we have a very special guest here today. Some of you may have seen our friend Big A here on the show before. This is, I'm just adjusting the camera angle, everybody. Bear with me here. How does that look? Perfect. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Potsquatch Growers. I gotta get in front of this before I turn that. 1 second here, everybody. Whoop. Then we'll. There we go.
Gotta get the lighting right.
Or at least as good as we know how to do it. Hey-oh! Hello, everybody, and welcome. That's right. Welcome to Potsquatch Growers. I am the Potsquatch, and this is Big A, the Mobile Mountain. Welcome to the show. So first things first, I'm going to go back to the beginning as we always do here on the show and say hi to everybody in the show. All right. So, 1 second here. I'm going to adjust this camera angle just slightly. There we go.
There we go.
All right, everybody. Hello to the Big Butt Shepherd. Hey, hey, hey to you, Walter Wiseman. Good to see you. That's actually one of my other accounts. I'm not going to say hello to myself. Hello, Big Homie 717. What's happening, Eddie Evans? What's happening, James Mercer? All right. What's happening, Boston Buds? Good to see you, my friend. What's good news? What's happening, Big A? You're here. You're in the show, you know. Long story short, the computer died. I didn't have it plugged in, so I had to kind of like get everything booted back up. So it took me a second to get the show on. What's up, Einstein? Good to see you, my friend. What's up, CSL RC Lloyd? Good to see you, my friend. What's up, Grimity? What's up, Roman Reckless? All right, Ozzy Jeffo. Hello to you. What's happening, Happy Guy? Hello, John Marsh. Dad of Potsquatch. Welcome to the show. All right. In the moment, retracted their message, but hello to you. What's happening, Gene Noir? What's happening, work guest? I love it. I'm at work, so I called myself work guest, but it's Red Claws. I love it. Wonderful. What's up, Gene Noir? What's up, Steve Cagley? What's up in the moment? Hello, Greg Manley. Candyman. Hello, hello, hello. Good day to you as well, Candyman. All right. What's happening, Miguel Rodriguez? What's up, Wonky Donkey? What's happening, Lost Art? What's up, Hard Rock Pop? Good to see you. How's Amarna doing? I hope you're both doing well. All right, James Mercer. What's up from Philly? What's up back from BC up in Hope, British Columbia, yo? Welcome to the show. So anyway, everybody. I'm on probation. 11 is also here in attendance. Hello, I am on probation. What's up, Thomas Damiani? What's up, Soul Price? All right. And anyone I may have missed inadvertently, hello to you too, and welcome to the show. So, long story short, it's been a crazy week as we covered in the other thing. Last week was stupid. Big A was actually going to be here about a week ago, but the day that Big A was supposed to come out,
got flushed away, mudslide.
Yep, act of God.
It's like the forces didn't want us to meet up.
That's right. You're going to have to use your big boy voice for the microphone. Yep. Mm-hmm.
My big boy voice for the microphone.
We are using...
I'll use the oddled voice.
We're trying to dial in the microphone in such a way that we can share it. So we've got the gain cranked out and maxified here on the show. How's the sound for everyone at home? You doing all right? Is everybody doing all right in terms of the sound? How we doing? Is the sound working for you at home? Hey, cheers to you, everybody. All right.
Yeah, I'll drink that.
See, I love with the forced perspective of this. I look bigger than you.
That wasn't done on purpose, I swear.
He's a tiny little Big A. All right, perfect. The screen is stretched. Well, yeah, it is a little stretched, Van Island Beauty. I'm trying to use a wide shot with the webcam for this one, so I think we're going to go with it. And, we're not used to having a number of people on the frame here, so, hey, at least you get to, sit there. You're all pretty. I've got the chat over me, but that's okay.
Like
People know what I look like.
If you don't know what he looks like.
Hey, what's up, Jason Houlihan? I'm doing all right, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, long story short, I mean, what can we recap on the week? I mean, last week was stupid. Big A's here now. We survived. I am going to be up front with everyone. There is a good chance we are about to get hit by another storm.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a sort of a trifecta of different storm fronts that are kind of amassing.
A parade of storms.
Yes. A parade of storms approaching British Columbia, hitting the north and the west. But if you actually look at the map of where we are, it all kind of just sort of ends up where we are. So it could get bad again. We are prepared for that. But if we're lucky, it'll be all overblown. And this time when the government and the news thinks they know what they're talking about, they'll be wrong and, everything will be all right. Or we may get fucked again. But that's all right. These things happen. Mother Nature, right?
Never bet on the weather person.
That's right. Never bet on the weather person is usually a safe bet. What's happening, Roman Reckless? 1 second here. I think I missed the first message there. Roman, what? I don't get your message, buddy. What's happening, Visible Farms? Good to see you, buddy. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens, Boston Butts, but we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? All good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, I figured today for the show, what we could talk about is we could go over, well, fuck, I mean, you've known me longer than probably most people. I mean, there's a few people who've maybe known me longer than you, but...
not many. I mean,
yeah.
16, 17 years? 17 years. It's like 2003.
It's something like that,
18
right?
years or something like that?
Yeah.
A shit ton of time.
Yeah, a day or two.
A day or two, yeah. Just a couple weeks.
All right. So, one, I mean, in a second, I mean, we can open it up, and if anyone has any questions for Big A in terms of what he remembers of us growing up and stuff like that. Oh, hell yeah, Roman Reckless. Is that the thing? I love it. So, okay, cool. So, we are doing a sale. News to me. Brett did not let me know. Good job, Brett. But anyway, hey, if that's the case, awesome. I'm glad you got that there. Yeah, but that's the question. Is that working at my part of the page, or is that just on their page, though, Roman? That's my question. That's true, homegrown cannabis. We're still we'd like to think we're still young. Half the world thinks we're old now, and half the world still thinks we're young. We're caught in that happy place. But,
happy place.
Yeah, that
the
happy middle place. What is your first memory of meeting me in your brain? What's left after the years of smoking?
Oh, jeez. How we actually met for the first time, I don't really know. I can't really remember. I do remember at that dance at the high school, we stole pot to me over the stall in the bathroom, because that's how things went down early in the mid-2000s.
Yeah, that's where we came from back then.
Yo, man, I heard you got some pot, man. You got some pot? Yeah, I got pot.
Okay, that's awesome, Roman Reckless. So, one, I love how Brett does not let me know about this sale. Good job, Brett. Brett, you got to work on your communication there, little buddy. But anyway, everybody, so supposedly, according to Roman, thank you for somehow finding that out when we weren't even aware of that. So, good job, Roman. See, killing it. Roman's killing it. I guess we're having a 20% off sale on all of our lights. News to me.
Black Friday, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to let that go and not let this ruin the show.
Black 20. Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday, Black 20. So there we go.
20% off Black 20. We get it.
Okay. Well, it should in theory be out. But I mean, the fact is Brett should have called me weeks ago about this. But anyway, Brett, you got to work on your communication. I can't even say the word. It's the universe being true. It's like, that's how bad this communication is, man.
Just talk to me.
Yeah, just talk to me, Brett.
God damn it, talk to him.
All right. But anyway, yeah, so there we go. I know you didn't spoil anything, Roman Reckless. The fact of the matter is you somehow know about a sale on my lighting brand before I did. That's just bad in any world. But anyway, good job. I'm glad you figured it out. I'm glad we're doing that, because I would have been upset if we didn't. So we like to, a couple of times a year, try to do sales on stuff. Christmas time is one of them. 420 is kind of one of them. And then obviously, when Black Friday is a thing, especially in the States, for the American market. I mean, Black Friday exists here too, but I don't think we go crazy about it like I've seen in the States. I mean,
we're kind of like, we tag on. We're like the tag on.
Yeah.
Kind of like Oh, it's Black Friday. We
Down
got
in
all this
America,
stuff.
Black
Yeah.
Friday sales. It's like, yeah, in Canada, I guess we're doing it too.
Sweet. It's not as good.
No, we don't get the same kind of sales you guys get. You guys, girls these days down in the States get really good
We
sales,
do
but
the
that's
Cyber
all right.
Monday, I think it's Monday too, which is like, oh, look, another sale. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, our Thanksgiving was like a month ago, wasn't it?
What's that?
Our Thanksgiving? Over a month ago?
Oh yeah, because like our Thanksgiving's a little bit of month and a bit, you know, and then it's the American Thanksgiving, right? So, happy Thanksgiving to all of you, by the way, everybody.
Enjoy the football?
Blasted Puffin. That's a great question. When are you going to get sponsored by a good beer company? I don't know.
I mean, we already do a lot of advertising for Budweiser. I mean,
Yeah, I think the stab was also at Budweiser though, because it's by many considered a shit beer. I mean, it's not like it's anything special, but it's an easy go-to. It's made out of rice. It's good for my aging dad bod. You know,
I like the Blue Buck here.
he's a little fancier than I am, from Phillips Brewing here in British Columbia, Canada. What's happening, Red Cloth? So yeah, blasted Puffin. I mean, maybe one day we'll get sponsored by a beer company. I mean, there is a local brewery here in town, which I mean, I'm sure we could get a little bit of a sponsorship from them, but I don't even know how much beer they can afford to give. I mean, all the businesses, the small businesses out here have been struggling pretty hard as of late with both the pandemic and then, you know, well, everything collapsing and the mountains destroying everything, right? You should do it. Yeah, Happy Dude Grows. I don't disagree. Maybe we should go harass Budweiser. This Bud's for you, and this Bud too. You know,
fucking drink enough of it. You know, like.
Well, hey, put it this way: if I even just got free Budweiser,
And let me tell you something. He drinks Budweiser in a can at home, but when he goes to a bar, he orders the same thing. He doesn't branch out.
I drink Jaeger shots or whiskey.
In terms of beer, though.
Rarely. I mean,
Yeah.
if I get fancy, I might order like a pint of Pilsner.
For all the times we've been out drinking here so far the last couple of days, the only thing I've ever seen him drink is Budweiser. So if they don't give us a fucking deal,
Yeah.
well, him a deal, really. I mean, fuck's sake.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Roman Reckless, I mean, you know, hopefully if we were to get a beer sponsor for the show, it would be something that I can actually physically drink without gagging. I mean, that would be a great thing. I'd like to support something I actually believe in. I typically do that, right?
Well,
but
I don't, you know, like when you drink as much as Josh does, you want to find that quality and quantity good line. I think Budweiser does that for you.
that's good. Yeah.
So where I
The
don't
shoe
drink
fits.
as much, I don't drink as much. That's why I can.
Well, that was kind of the funny thing, I think. You know, when Big A arrived in town, so we went beer shopping, and you know, it was funny. What did you say when we got back to my wife?
It's like fuck. He's got a 2-4 upstairs, and he went. It's like I don't have enough beer. Goes and grabs a fucking 20 to 48 pack.
Oh yeah, I remember what you said. You came home and you're like, yeah, it was weird. You know, I kind of forgot how much Josh drinks.
It's
You know,
like there's such thing as culture shock.
yeah.
We haven't hung out in so long. I forgot how much he actually does consume.
I actually drink less now.
Yeah, which is true, but it was like a beer shock, like culture shock.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, jeez, this is fucking normal for him.
I heard that Germany was moving forward with that. I don't. Is it official? Has Germany actually legalized cannabis? Big A, can you pop onto the internet and see if you can pull that up? Yeah, that's true, Danny Thiemann. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Holland started the idea of a basic kind of a decriminalization many moons ago.
It's stupid though.
Yeah, but Holland just seems to get more and more conservative as years go on.
You
I
can't
mean,
carry
it's
more
crazy.
than 5 grams on you at any time.
That's fucking useless, man. You know.
You can't buy more than an ounce.
Yeah.
You can buy it up to an ounce, but you can't carry more than 5 grams at a time. Explain how that works.
Yeah. Right. Roman Reckless. Well, the 3050R strips. I actually, if I'm remembering correctly, I could be wrong. So I'm pretty sure I've got those here. The 3050s. The 3050s are with the 301B. So the 301B is still actually the older chip, even though that, you know, the 301B, the 301H are essentially the same, minus some subtle differentials on the reds and that. Unless they've changed that on me now too and not informed me of any of this shit either. Again, we come back to, long story short, I'm going to teach you a really valuable lesson, anybody out there. And Brad, come on now, you know, even if your feelings are hurt, come on, bud, you got to do a little bit better on communication here.
So,
We could accomplish this in about 10 minutes once a month, and we could tell Josh these things. But when
5
you're
minutes twice a month.
yeah, when you're in a business partnership with someone, and someone's the fucking face of a brand, and you decide to make decisions on things, one, you should consult your partner. Two, maybe letting them know about these things. I mean, it does add a wonderful comedy. Like, man, you see that dumb motherfucker? He didn't even know he had a sale on. He didn't even know he had a sale on. He didn't even know they changed shit on his shit. How the fuck is he the face of that, right? Well, I am the face of that. But regardless, it is what it is. But anyway, long story short, ladies and gentlemen at home, maybe communicate with your business partners is always a good thing here.
On the other side, according to the New York Times, in Germany, the parties in the new coalition have agreed to legalize the sale of cannabis, as long as it's sold in licensed establishments that can tax it properly and ensure both quality control and that it is sold only to adults. After 4 years, the parties vow to reevaluate the law and its effect in society. And that's from the New York Times as of 7 hours ago.
About Germany.
About Germany.
Okay, so one, German government, good luck on the quality insurance. I mean, legal weed here or legal government rec weed is shit in Canada. I mean, there's been countless recalls. It's extremely expensive. So follow by our example and don't follow it.
Any true smoker knows. Like,
yeah.
Sure, I go to some government stuff for some,
Well, you like your little distillate tippity doos. Like, this is a government legal thing.
It's not terrible. It's not something like Josh, or like.
I think it tastes like soap.
Yeah, but it serves a purpose. There's some stuff that's not bad, but like most of the time, government, it's like you can tell it's been blasted. There's no chromosomes on anywhere. It's dulled down, trimmed badly, and old. Why do you think they have so many special prices on so many different products all the fucking time? What other business has half their strings discounted half the time?
Yeah.
That in and of itself should be a flag. You have that many.
Sorry, I just want to address something. So Blasted Puffin said, can possibly be a blessing in disgusted on lights. In disguise on the lights. I mean, it could be. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I personally like being aware of what's going on. That's kind of my thing, right? Being aware of things. And Boston Buds, because in the States, you're still doing it on a state level. So the state level legalization that's happened in the States is actually light years ahead, in my humble 2 cents, in most states that have enacted this, in terms of how legalization's been rolled out here in Canada itself. I mean, it's kind of a major joke. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Lewis Burke, Miss Potsquatch is good.
Like I say,
Yeah, so Roman Reckless, that is completely correct. That I already knew. So nothing's changed on that thing. So the X2 has exactly that, the far red with the 301H. The dual spectrum on the X3, to my knowledge, the ones I have here are 301B chips on a dually spectrum. I believe it's 2,700 and 5,000, averaging out at roughly 3,700 Kelvin color on that one. And then those do have sort of the dual levels of reds. I mean, as you all know, I don't personally feel the need to have tons of deep reds and stuff, but that's what the market wants, so we added it into our lights.
Why don't you like those reds?
Well, because it's a bell and whistle that really doesn't make a huge difference until the actual average par rating of the sun on the planet is achieved in tech. I mean, fuck, we're killing it. We've got some of the best par numbers in the game, but, I mean, the average par rating, I think, is like 2,300 to 2,600 par from the sun on the planet. So really, adding in these other red chips when I just think it's like, you know what, once we achieve that average par rating of the sun, awesome, then let's move forward and then worry about secondary units like far reds and deep reds, which do make subtle changes and subtle improvements to your flower. Fully acknowledge that, both in terms of cannabinoid production and trichability, as it were. But I don't know. But that's just me, right? Like, I mean, I'm a grumpy curmudgeon. I mean, I still love the X4 boards with no fucking reds whatsoever in them. I mean, but
be a curmudgeon, because what you get off that curmudgeonness is fucking insane. So, curmudge your way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Boston Buds, for example, like how much does government weed cost for you down there?
I have to say, like, some dispensaries are like,
Dirty H.O. Garden, Mr. Canuck wants to arm wrestle you. Well, I'm not an arm wrestler. I'm a fighter. I'm a boxer. So I'd rather box it out. Here, Mr. Canuck, let's do a duel bout. We'll each have our training time, and we'll do an arm wrestle first, and then you got to fight me. Then we each get what we want. Just because at the end of the day, I'm actually not a great arm wrestler. I mean, it's more so in the technique on it. I'm not a great arm wrestler. I'm okay at it. Yeah. But like, I'll admit, you know, as much as I may enjoy watching professional arm wrestling on the internet, because it's just hilarious to watch, like, some of these huge guys. But I mean, I don't have the technique really great on that one.
A bit of a tangent. What's actually hilarious to watch is the Russian slapping contest.
Oh yeah, has anyone ever seen those?
Is fucking hilarious. I mean, like,
maybe me and Mr. Canucks should do that.
That's what they should do.
No, I'm just
Basically,
joking.
There's a board, like just like arm wrestling. There's a table in between. You know, you just have each shot for shot slap in the face. You know, they have some rules about like where you're allowed to hit them, like more so long hair rather than close to eyes, I guess. But you watch some of those videos, they're fucked. Just fucking boom.
Yeah.
And some people just take it, and some people don't. So.
Yeah. Oh, and so we're just gonna jump around. We can go right back to the fighting stuff in a second. Just to answer your question, Roman Reckless. I love both. I mean, the ones I have here are the 3050Rs. I have the X3 3050R strips here in house on the new racks that I brought in. I mean, I don't necessarily have a preference either way. I think they both are amazing and fairly equal to each other, to be completely honest. What do I like about the X3? I like that the X3 has a nice dual spectrum that then averages out to about a 37. 37's nice, but at the same time, I also love 3500 on its own as a straight spectrum on my light. I like that the X3 strips are thicker. There's more rows of diodes on an X3 than an X2. What do I like about the X2? In a weird sense, I also love that it's thinner because then I get extra bars on the build, so slightly better coverage on the rack. So I mean, there's benefits and to both. I wouldn't necessarily, like, put it this way. I don't really have a huge inkling either way because it's kind of like if I'm going to drive this car, I've got the positives and negatives of this one. And then here's an equal powered car, just slightly different. I'm going to have positive and negatives on that one, right? So
I got a question.
Okay, hit me with
your
question.
So X2 and X3, could you not use a combination of both to serve different purposes within your room? If you needed a thinner one to fit in a certain area, maybe on the side lighting.
I mean, in theory, you could totally do that. Like, I mean, in there, I've got a mixture of a few different things, right? So my double squatches, the standard builds in there have X4 301H chips. I've hung that double squatch in the middle. Then I've got two double squatches in there, which are the Mark I legacy builds, which have the LM561C 3500, which is a much, much older chip than either option. And then I've got, do I got one or two of the new ones? I think I've got, wait, let me think. I think I've got two new and two old. So I've got the LM561Cs on the sides there. I've got one 301H X4 board in the middle. And then I've got the other boards on the wall as well, shooting out. You know what I mean?
What it basically is like, for maybe people starting up, if you have ones that are like, let's say X3, would it be more beneficial to have all your lights as one? Or does it really make a difference? Like,
the great thing about LEDs is, I mean, like, let's put it to you this way. The averaging on an X3 dual spectrum comes out to roughly 3,700, right? A 3,500 spectrum Kelvin color is, they're fucking right off top of each other. Like, they're neighbors on the same street, right? So, I don't think that you, like, I mean, sure, one could argue having that subtle diversity there could be beneficial, sure. But I would say in terms of my personal experience of growing, like, I don't think you need to worry about that. I think some things are really important things to worry about in your grows. I think other things are vastly more nitpicky and where, yeah, sure, you can go there, but I mean, is it really required? Is it something that you really need to worry about to be successful? I'm going to be doubtful on that one, man. 1 second here, everybody. I'm just trying to read and catch up. What's up, Stuart Harper? It has been a long time. Good to see you, my friend. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to read here really quick. Or we could do a grow off for fun. Well, what we should do is do like a Canadian Cannabis Cup. That'd be fun. I mean, because grow offs are one thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think really what would be cool is if we were to do a Canadian YouTubers Cannabis Cup. So we get to pick the strain we grow. We grow with our things, and we just let each other's strains battle, right? Every grower gets to pick, you know, an indica, a sat, or a hybrid. They can compete in one opportunity or one category or all three, you know.
Or maybe it's a test where you have to grow 4 different strains that all require different things, kind of thing, at the same time.
Yeah, we could do a bunch of different things, right? So I'm always open to that, doing a collab, because I think it could be a fun video project too to share. You know, the faces of Canadian cannabis, the next generation, the young bloods. You know, the guys who are going to build the future. Right, guys, girls, it could be fun, right? We'd have to get all these other Canadian pot YouTubers on board to want to do it, though.
It'd be a very long time to take a show because each round you have to grow, and that's what, like 10 weeks.
Arguably longer, to be fair.
Each episode takes 3 months to fucking film.
Well, we could shoot a bunch of them at the same time too, right? Like it wouldn't be something that would become like a regular. Oh, maybe Brett hurt the show. He just texted me for the first time in a long time.
At least he's communicating.
Brett, buddy, thank you for letting me know. Totally cool. Thank you for owning up and apologizing for the lack of communication. As much as I like to put on a show, I find it frustrating, certainly, Brett. But at the same time, I'm not angry at you. I understand that you're busy. I'm busy too. Let's just venture forward in our partnership and working together to try to serve the people. Because the more we communicate, the more we can be on the same page on stuff, and the better we are going to be equipped to helping those around the world who want to grow their own, whether it's medicinal or recreational. The world's opening up. It's our time to shine. But yeah, we cool.
Shine.
I forgive you, man. Family, all that shit. Thanksgiving. I get it. We cool, baby. All right? So let's have a chat real soon. I'll text you back after the show, Brett. But if you're watching, we cool, man. We talk. We'll talk. Thank you for texting me, though, Brett. That's kind of fun. See, sometimes it's good to open your mouth, I guess.
Well, you've been trying to prove that for a long time. So.
Oh, no, my phone went all weird. 1 second here, everybody.
Stop making Nito in your phone. Dude.
No. There we go. It's working again. 1 second here. I got to play catch up here.
Catch up. What did the father say? What did the father tomato say to the kid? Tomato. Hey, catch up. Bad joke.
Dirty HO Garden, like, I mean, you know, light spectrum is totally very much a very valid thing, right? But at the end of the day, you know, think about what we're getting off the sun, right? It's the truest color spectrum of all. So you're not wrong, but I mean, at the end of the day, though, too, dialing that in to get nuanced responses out of your plant is definitely, you can call it next level. I would call it more so just, you know, well, I guess, yeah, next level works. I mean, you know, once you kind of master, hate that word, but come familiar with basic growing and getting certain results into a certain level, a certain grade, addressing light spectrum as part of how you approach things is most certainly one of the next things you can look at. I would say, though, in terms of that, there's just as many other sort of secondaries as well. But secondary variables, which I would put temperatures, our photo period, and what we're doing inside, different nuanced feeds, training styles, and all these other secondary variables is how we then begin to take and elevate our grows to the next level, right?
Well,
that's for
like
sure.
What you put into learning about how to grow and all the nuances involved in it, and how much time you put in is what you're going to get out of the product to end. You know, this is, you know, obviously practice makes perfect, but, you know, practicing growing pot only leads to you having more pots, so what's so bad about that? It just keeps on getting better.
Eugene Dolo, that's pretty funny, dude. I was like, this is like listening to Jordy and Data on the Enterprise, and it's just like went right over my head. I love it.
Who's Jordy and who's Data?
Yeah, who's Data and who's Jordy? That's the question. That's okay. I'd rather be Data.
I know. I think
Data's cool, man.
He's knowledge, and I'm just this.
1 second here. I'm just reading everybody. Hey, hello to West B. Know Your Grow says yes, let's do it, please and thank you. Are you talking about the Canadian themes thing? Give me a little bit more on that one. Would be great. I mean, yeah, people wanted me to test their genetics. I mean, I've spent my entire career growing some of the most diverse cannabises from all over the world. And as much as I often opt out of a lot of the new age stuff that's coming out now just because I don't like its genetic lines, and I think the thing that intimidates some breeders in terms of me trying their genetics is I'm going to be honest. I am an opinionated prick, as I'm sure you can all guess. I'm not going to go out of my way to be mean or be a dick, but I'm going to be honest about how I feel about something.
You're asking for your opinion on your strain. He's going to give you an opinion. You take it as is.
Einstein Brett is my partner in the lighting brand, my friend.
So, strips.
1 second. Yeah, Know You Grow, totally. You know, I think that would be cool. So, well, I mean, maybe that's already on the internet. Or maybe we need to compile that, a list. Who are all the relevant Canadian pot YouTubers who would want to participate, I guess. I mean, I'm Canadian. Mr. Canuck's Canadian. You know, Remo's always got his giant grows going with his whole teams. I mean, if Remo wanted to participate, he'd have to do a grow he personally only does. I think we should make some size requirements or like maximums and on it, you know.
Everybody has the same genetics.
Well, there's a lot of ways. I won't necessarily go there because if it's a cannabis cup, we should all be bringing our own genetics,
I know,
right?
But this is just who can grow better. You should have the base control.
Let's just say I don't think it's about who grows better because again that locks it into one idea is better than the other, and you'll keep an open mind as a grower is kind of the way I think about shit. So more so, what I would say is, what cannabis would people prefer more?
Or you could do like a black box thing where you have a bunch of seeds loose, or not maybe loose, but like in little packages in a box, and you just pick one out of the hat, and that's what you got to grow. So you could have varying levels of things. So it depends on like really vast on your skills of growing and being.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Well, and then Dr. Cannabis, that's a valid point. You know, Dr. Cannabis goes, don't waste months of time on some pollen chuggers bunk genetics. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I try not to be an asshole since I'm such a public figure now. But, like, yeah, no, I totally agree with you, right? Like, I mean, most breeders aren't breeders. Most genetics out there are complete crap. There's a reason why we're going forward with the genetic part of our company and collecting as many old school sources of things that we can get our hands on in order to really build something for people, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't think there's a good option. You know, why did I get into doing lights? Well, I didn't think there was the right option for people out there, so we provided a better one. Am I in the CBD market and launching all these CBD products that we're developing? Because I'm trying to bring affordability back. You know, there's this big CBD company, I won't name their name because I'll be nice about it, but they keep reaching out to me. They really want me to product, and I keep telling them, I'm like, guys, I literally have better products than you that are vastly more affordable. I don't want your commission. I own my own CBD brand. Like, get it through your heads. So I'm just waiting till our new website goes live, and then I'm just going to send them my products and be like, would you like to carry our products at your store so you can have a truly reliable and affordable option for people? But that's kind of what we're about, right? So genetics are very much the same thing. Everything's feminized. Everything's fragmented. Everything herms now. Affordability has gone out the window. And it's just daylight robbery by these breeders and companies.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anywhere on the Canada front with that. Your CBD line. Right now it's in the States only?
Dr. Cannabis, I don't produce CBD in Canada. Canada's far too hard to do anything in the CBD market. All of my CBD line is produced in the States. It is produced in an FDA facility. And it's done in partnership with Potsquatch Holdings, which is our partner company. Shout out to Blake. What's up, buddy? Thank you for always being wonderful at communicating. And we're going to have our new website with all of that up and our new products launching very, very soon. You're going to start seeing our products and also our beard oil line is going to be in a bunch of stores everywhere. So if you're a hairy prick who has a beard, that's also something coming out for everybody. We're trying to get into CVS in the States. We're trying to get into Target. In Canada, we're going after London Drugs and Shoppers Drug Mart, as well as co-op grocers. You know. 1 second here, everybody. That's true, Roman Reckless. I mean, there's only so much time in a day, and it would take me time. Like, there's been stuff that people have sent me years gone by that I still haven't had a chance to get around to. But
it takes time.
Yeah.
You know, like,
well, one day, you know, once our farm is going, like I'm hoping to have a lot more space where we can actually start growing out a bunch of different things and really sort of have the space to fuck around with shit, right? So, yeah, I love it. Dirty Hole Garden, I love it. You need some beard oil? Well, we got basically, arguably, what's going to be, in my humble 2 cents anyway, the best beard oil available on the market. It's a broad spectrum hemp oil, aka CBD, but you know it says hemp beard oil on it for legal reasons on it. But it's releasing in 2 cents to start, cedarwood and whiskey, as well as Squatch Stank. That's actually my preferred scent. That one.
It's weird.
But it's
really nice.
Yeah, it's a custom scent that was made for me personally.
They came here and they extracted from his sweat glands.
That's right, you know.
And then
no, they did not do that. By the way, everybody, that'd just be fucked up.
It's a little bit of Squatch in everyone.
Yeah, no, I just
my beard is your beard too.
It's so gross, though. If you think about it, that's so fucking gross. But no,
it takes over the beard. And then in about 20 years, all the beards are going to come together and take over the person, and they'll have this little army of bearded stoners.
Sorry, I'm just reading messages here. What's up, Troy? What's up, Derek Cloud? I'm doing well. We're doing well. But Squatch Stank, it's real. It's a great scent. The scent of the Squatch Stank, the story behind that one is I wanted a custom scent for us. They kept making me these custom scents, but it was like all very vanilla based. And I just found it offensive. I was like, you know, I liked vanilla in my baked goods. I like it in my, you know,
doesn't want to smell
pot
like
cookies.
a fucking
Yeah,
cupcake.
I don't need to smell like a fucking cupcake. So, you know, I had a few scotches and I called them and I left this very stern message. Maybe I've been a little ranty, but it led to this perfect scent being made. I described to them what I want to smell like, what this is supposed to be the smell of. This is what a Potsquatch is supposed to smell like, not a fucking cupcake.
So what did you describe to them for the post?
It should smell musky, should smell fresh at the same time. It should smell like the mountain. It should smell like scotch in the mountain. I'm drunk hitting trees and carrying trees and making love to women in the woods and in the trees and sometimes I'm just talking to the trees, but it's like, and I just went off on this thing, but then they fucking went and made this custom scent, and then it showed up, and the first time I smelled it, I was like, oh, well, that's lovely.
One of those moments that just like cutscene.
Yeah.
Josh is like,
yeah, no.
George of the Jungle through the busy Pacific cedars trees.
Yeah, no, it worked.
Oh, Sasquatch.
Yeah, it worked. I was very happy from that one. I haven't seen her on in a little bit, but I have sent a few messages with her on the Discord server. So to my knowledge, Ganja Nani, your mama, is doing okay. I think she just keeps falling asleep a lot of the time. One second here, everybody. I'm just reading. Muscle Squatch, that's right. Oh, yeah. No, it is. Number 7's crazy, Troy. Avoid it. 100%. Avoid the drive through DeRoche, my friend. All right. So, you know what? How do you feel about having some one-on-one time with them? I got to go pee.
Sure.
Okay. You got your phone on so you can read their messages?
One-on-one time while Josh pees.
All right. Have fun! I'll be back.
Let me just get this live. We're close.
I'll be right back, everybody.
Oh shit, I paused it. So.
Messages are still live.
Yeah, I get that. So, so people wondering, my name's Aaron. I've known Josh since high school. We go back about 18 years. I've been with him since the beginning here at the Potsquatch, watching him grow this. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, big Boston buds from the west coast here, BC. I came for a visit from PEI, Prince Edward Island, across. across the country, all 160,000 people in the province. It's kind of ridiculous to jump from that size into Vancouver again after 20 months of not being able to leave the island, essentially, because of COVID. It's a bit of a shock. Get back to a city which has, what, like 5 or 6 times the amount of people as the whole province you're from. So, Boston Bud says, Josh always been this hairy. Yes. Josh is an abnormally hairy person. Fuck, man, like, yeah, see, we've been in grade 10. Yeah, since I've known him, he's been a hairy fucker. Like, he was able, like, in grade 10, have a full beard, go to the liquor store, pick up some beers and shit, you know, so, yeah, that's part of the reason we call him the Sasquatch, because he's just a hairy fuck. So what else is new here? So yeah, I'm a chef here. So you guys got any like questions about cooking with cannabis or anything like that? I can help you out with the culinary side of things as I'm a chef here. Yeah, PEI is a beautiful province. I don't actually grow at the moment. I have tried to dabble in the past, but I just take what I get from the Potsquatch here and cook with it usually and do that kind of stuff. That's more my forte. Rambo was filmed up at Hope. Yeah, we were at the bar, the Silver Chalice pub or something, whatever it's called, last night where they had the final after party last night. So that's pretty cool. And it's a scene where Rambo's fleeing the police or something. He jumps over a train track that's just off the road from where we are now. Good old Sylvester Stallone. Reckless, yeah, Josh went to the bathroom, so I give it from any time from 5 minutes to 55. Varies. Infusing sugar, yeah. I haven't infused sugar, but that's, I mean, like, you could make a caramel sauce with infusing. You just drop a couple, usually you might add a little bit of liquid to sugar just to loosen it up when you're making a caramel. You could easily add an extract or something to that to infuse it as you make the caramel. That'd be kind of cool. A sticky toffee pudding with cannabis caramel sauce on top. Fuck yeah. Where do I get my pants? Yeah, buddy, I know, big size. Mr. Big and Tall. If you're in New Brunswick, there's a store there up by the east side of Mario's, I believe. Kind of near the Costco. I'm not familiar with the road names, but it's just kind of up that kind of area. Mr. Big Tall online. Yeah, they're pretty good. Not so bad. They always have some deals going on, but as a bigger fella, it's the place for you. And they do online. All their, like whatever your length or width of your pants are, it's right spot on, true to the fit. So if you're a bigger guy, Mr. Big and Tall is your best friend. So honestly, I buy all my clothes from there just because you can find some stuff on Amazon. Not really for pants, but like shirts and stuff are usually okay. But you know, remember if it's coming from like China or something, their extra larges fit differently. I've got like a 6XL that's come from China and it's like fits like an extra small, which was kind of weird.
Did you see my question?
I'm eating infused sugar.
No, you missed it. Go up, scroll up.
What is the stupidest thing you remember Potsquatch doing? Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's too many options to choose from.
Well, I once thought it was starting a YouTube channel, but apparently I was wrong about that one. So.
Wait, what?
I'm joking.
Okay.
The stupidest thing.
That's me.
I know. It's not the stupidest thing I've seen Josh do.
Do you want to take a minute to think about
Yeah,
that?
I need a minute to think about
Okay, cool. So,
There's a lot.
one thing here, this could be fun. Who here wants to watch Big A do a fat rip on a brand new pipe of my Hindu Kush that I've just grown? Let's see how high he gets.
I promise I won't put you through anything like that ever again. Since last night with the spaghetti all you can eat. Here,
You want me to tell that story?
Yeah, that's fucked.
We'll make him. We'll make him smoke some in a bit, everybody. Prepare yourself, Big A. My butt is about to be inside of you.
Not sure how I'm supposed to feel about that one.
Okay.
See, like, here's the thing. Like, I can't really say there's one defining stupid thing that Josh does, because everything Josh does is, in its own way, kind of ingenious.
Or stupid.
So incredibly stupid that it borderlines on kind of smart. So.
All right. Well, for example, like, do you remember the Big Arts Gala story?
No.
Okay, I'll tell that while you think about something stupid to share. Okay, I would have been in grade maybe 10 or 11 at this time. I went to a mini school within a greater school called Big Arts Mini School, so it had, lots of art and then accelerated academics. It was, you had to try to get into the program, and so every year we did this stupid event, which was just this poncy, pretentious piece of shit, where we all parade around and lick our own assholes and talk about how much better than everyone we were. It was a stupid event. I wasn't.
In Big Arts.
Yeah, we're Big Arts. It was dumb, but so I like to get high as fuck before I went to the event. So I walked in and I breathed like weed and I had my pipe on me, and so they tried to search me, but this was at a time where you couldn't just strip search a student, right? You could check all my pockets, you could check everything like that, but you couldn't strip search me. So I knew this. So I wore basketball shorts with pockets under my pants. So I stashed all my weed in my pockets under my pants. And I just sat there, and so, Darlene Brader, we called her Darth Brader. She was a conservative Baptist bitch who hated my guts, but I brought the school's GPA up so she couldn't bitch too much. But long story short, she's like, can't find the weed, and she's flipping out. And I'm just sort of sitting there giggling at her. I'm like, what are you gonna do? And then I had this wallet that said legalize on it with a big pot leaf, and she goes, my God, why? Why would you ever own such a thing? And I turned to her and I said, well, Darlene, this is a political ideology that I believe in, and I'm doing everything I can to bring about. I'm going to tell your parents. My mother bought it for me. Yeah, it was interesting, right? So, all right, so you thought of a stupid story about my past? I know there's so many to choose from. Much love, Red Claws.
No, I can't think of one.
Happy 420 in BC here, everybody. Maybe it's the perfect time to make Big A smoke weed. All right. Yeah, it's 420. Here, you toke your weird Star Trek soapbox. I'm going to go find the grinder I brought down with a bunch of my weed in it. Keep talking, Aaron. Don't let it be dead space.
No dead space. Only stoned and kind of drunk space.
Found it. Well, we could show you the plants, but I'm actually going to be euthanizing all the plants on site. I'm not going to get into that because I'm actually making a video about that and as to the why. It'll be a very educational video for everyone, so don't worry. It'll be a fun bit of learning for everybody on that one.
No, here's a fucked up story. I remember.
Oh, okay. Which one is it, though?
Involves me, too. Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's,
this is like the height of our shenanigans.
Yeah, this is back when we were young, dumb, and full of cum.
Back in Vancouver, there was a certain cafe that you could smoke at. It was named after a city in the Netherlands. I'm sure people kind of chime into the Amsterdam kind of place. Oh, shit. Anyways, so slightly near that building, there was another building where you can go up and get magic mushrooms. There were certain people that's no longer there anymore. So we went up and got
Some magic mushrooms.
Some magic mushrooms. It was quite a dude, like probably like an eighth each.
Yeah, so it's like not even like
That's
that
like
crazy.
3 or 4 grams or whatever.
Yeah.
So me and Josh popped ours right away. Alrighty, so we were chewing on mushrooms, and we went down, smoked a fat ass blunt in this smoking cafe, which you could get away with at the time, which was what they were doing there. And then we went and met up with another buddy of ours. He took his shrooms. We walked to a movie theater to see Star Wars Episode 3. And we were fucking high on mushrooms.
It was bad.
It was bad, like super fucking high. We were sitting off the corner of the movie theater. I think I had bought popcorn, because that's what you do at movie theaters, and I was just trying to act normal. Which is not a good thing to do when you're on mushrooms, because you're anything but fucking normal. And so we get into the movie theater, and we get through the first scene. The first scene's like, there's like Obi-Wan Kenobi and R2-D2 fighting this airship space, and Obi-Wan's like, I hate fucking flying, Anakin. It's like, oh, just pull it together, you pansy, essentially. And then they land on the flying, and Anti-Grimace and Anakin. So we're just sitting there tripping balls on fucking mushrooms and fucking stoned as fuck. And some fucking idiot in like dead center of the thing smokes a fucking joint.
Yeah, so
He's smoking, like sitting there smoking a joint.
And this auditorium is filled with kids too, by the way. Like it's
Well,
a
this wasn't
daytime.
filled,
No,
but
it was
it
kids, dude. It was a
there.
daytime showing because
Yeah.
it was like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. It was a matinee.
Yeah.
And normally, like, we weren't assholes growing up, right? Like, so normally, like, we would have fucking went and kicked the crap out of these. Like, what are you fucking doing? There's kids here, dude. Like, fuck you. Grow the fuck up. And, like, that was us. Like, we may have been idiots growing up, but we were still respectful to a point, right? Like, and let's just put it to you this way. I went to stand up, and I couldn't. I was way too high.
Yeah. Anyways.
Continue, sorry.
So we're sharing the popcorn back and forth, and this is happening, and then all of a sudden this fucking attendant guy, whatever you want, one of the workers comes up and kicks us out.
Yeah, because they see us all tripping balls, so they assume it must be these guys.
So, imagine this.
It
right?
must be these
They
guys.
pull us out of the movie theater. There's 3 guys. We're fucking tripping balls on mushrooms, stoned out of our ass, probably smell like weed. And we're standing there trying to convince him that it's not us, man.
Yeah. No, it's the other guys down the way. We're trying to stop them, but we can't stand up.
No, you will fucking regret this, man. You made a mistake.
No, they're still in there smoking. Save the children.
Anyways, we get kicked out. We didn't do a very good job of convincing him that we weren't
No.
the people smoking the drugs.
No, we didn't.
We were just people high on drugs.
Stop, Brooklyn.
And so we get out and we get on the first bus over the bridge. And there was like this orangish tinge because it was kind of that time of day, kind of near dusk. And it's just really weird. It felt like everybody on the fucking bus was watching us. Like at one of those moments where you're like...
Talk louder. They're having trouble hearing you.
It's one of those moments where you get on a bus and it's... You think like everybody is turned and looked at you. It was fucked. So we got off and we started walking around and then we all had like a really bad experience. I went kind of crazy, schizophrenic.
Well, like, my memory of this thing is, like, they threw us out of this movie theater into, like, the fucking light, right? And the light burned my brain. So I remember getting hit by, like, the light, like, this thing, and I just looked around, busy downtown Vancouver, and there's, like, people everywhere, and I, like, feel like they're all looking at me. So I see this bus comes and opens its door, and I fucking just run for it. And I didn't know what bus it was. I knew it was heading over the bridge, and that's all I needed to do. So I hopped on this bus. So Big A was luckily tripping out, but still aware, like, oh fuck, Josh just ran onto that bus. So he manages to get on the bus. We get over the bridge, and the second we're over the bridge, we're off the bus, and then we walked for like, I don't know, what
We walked up to Elliot's.
10 to 15 kilometers to Elliot's house from there?
Yeah, something like that.
And we just beelined it the whole fucking way.
We had pretty much in like...
It was not a good shroom trip.
No.
It was a bad
You were
bad shroom trip. Bad shrooms!
Luckily, by the time we actually got to where we were going, we had walked out most of the psilocybin. So...
David Sizemore, good question. So one, sadly, as I shared, we will be euthanizing everything in-house. We're going to release a video as to the why. But we will be growing all of the exact same genetics we were going to be doing anyway, because we got lots of those beans on hand. Shout out to Gazzers. So on the next run you'll get to see on the channel is going to be K-Town Kush, then K-Town Kush by AK-47, K-Town Kush by Cheese, and then K-Town, and then Orange Hindu Kush. There we go. But that's what you're going to be seeing here next on the channel, on the Grow. But yeah. All right. So let's, what else can we talk about that's kind of fun here? Well, what's your favorite memory of me?
My favorite memory of Josh.
Yeah. If I died tomorrow and you're sitting there being all like emotional, you're like, what would be your happy place with me? What would be that happy place memory? Do you have one?
Right here, right now.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Gosh, stop it. No, the way I want to remember Josh.
Here, this will be the memory right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Big A is about to dome this bowl in a brand new pipe. It's never been smoked. Bought it earlier today.
It's not this moment, by the way.
Where's my lighter?
I don't know.
There we go. Okay, you ready?
No.
Dome the fucking bowl of weed, Aaron, and then you need to give a review of it to everybody at home. Tell them how you feel.
Yep.
Like, yep, that's weed.
High quality THC.
Hey, thank you very much, Eddie Evans. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I really do appreciate the super chat donation, man. It really does genuinely help us keep the lights on, and keep things going and the content coming for everybody. So thank you very much. Yeah, they're asking. So they're saying. So West B says, honestly, talk about it.
Honestly, talk about it. Well, I've been smoking old crappy weed for
a while now.
And to
How does it taste? West B says.
delicious.
Okay, give them more descriptors. What's happening in your mouth right now?
That's the feeling.
Ah, like the
Pure
commercial
joy.
where the chick sings with her belly button back in the day? Here, smoke some more and then tell them.
Me?
Yeah, keep smoking it. Yeah, you gotta keep hitting it. That bowl's for you. Now hold it in just a little bit. Now let it out.
Actually got a little bit of like clovish nutmeg kind of.
Weird, okay.
Like a
That's
little
a new
bit
one.
of Christmas. I don't know.
No, I mean, there is a spiciness for sure to the Hindu Kush. So no, I can see how you could go there with that. There is a spiciness to it. Smells good, by the way, everybody. I mean, it smells good in here. How's the smoothness? Is it smooth? Is it
very
rough?
smooth. No, very smooth.
Does it make your lungs tingle?
It does. I'm pretty good right now.
Okay, I'll finish it. Keep talking about the weed.
Smooth. Slight creep, not much. Smooth uptake. Nice progression.
I fucked that.
Yeah.
This pipe is weird.
I know.
I like it though.
It's twisted right at the mouthpiece. It's not like twisted. You kind of have to like tilt a little bit.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's got a weird twisted mouthpiece on it, everybody. It's like the glass went.
It just seems like a weird.
Oh, and don't worry, Boston Buds. One, we're in the same bubble. Two, fully vaccinated. Plus, my wife gets tested all the time, and she fucks me. So if she gets COVID, I'm pretty sure I might have COVID. But if she doesn't have COVID, then I'm pretty sure I'm good. And well, we're good here. So don't worry. I don't mind sharing a pipe with Big A, pandemic or not.
Well, else to get it.
We'll tie together, Big Gary. We can share the same ventilator.
One nostril each.
Yeah, that's right. Bromance.
Romance 2, it's fine.
To be fair, a ventilator is actually a tube down the throat, though.
Yeah, let's not share that.
I don't even think it's possible.
No,
Unless we
it goes, like,
put a
all
little
the way
V into
through.
it.
No, it goes
You're
all
like,
the way
turn it
through.
up!
Goes all the way through.
Oh,
Slit hops.
oh no, don't even, don't go
right
there.
to where the lungs are. It goes out your butthole and into the other person's mouth. Fucking South Park. Which do you want? Cuttlefish and asparagus or custard and pudding? Oh no, I had to go with the cuttlefish and asparagus. Oh no, it's coming out. Oh no, here come the cuttlefish. I'm hoping that some people get what I'm talking about.
No, none of my audience has ever seen South Park.
Yeah, probably not.
No one here has ever watched South Park. Right? Exactly, Boston Buds. You know, if COVID doesn't go away, we should be allowed that. Like, hey, like I have a cannabis patient, okay? So you need to build a bong bowl attachment into my ventilator system. Could you imagine that? Like, the daily dose of weed that they give you? That'd be funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, but that grabs your boy to boo-boo. We're smoking Hindu Kush Eddie Evans. What are you smoking? Oh, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm going to pretend to be an audience member.
Oh no.
So, has Potsquatch always talked about weed a lot and liked weed and been a weed thing? Or like, does he just put that on now for people?
Do you want the long or short answer?
I don't know. Continue.
Okay. Yes. Josh has always been a very enthusiastic person. Not just about cannabis, but really about everything he does. But in the terms of cannabis, yes, he has been a vast pot of knowledge and experience, and yes, he...
You don't need to kiss my ass to talk about it.
Yes.
You remember Mr. Johnston?
Yeah, fuck.
So Mr. Johnston was the history teacher for grade 12 history in our school. And his wife was dying of cancer. So, and this was before I had cancer too. This is back when I was just a high school pot nerd. And the administration hated me. They knew who I was.
The administrator hated Josh because they knew exactly. Everybody knew what Josh was and what he did. They could never catch him, even when they caught him red-handed.
Yeah, like literally, actually.
That was probably another stupid thing. He went out on 420 with a group of people to smoke a joint, and then they got caught. And somehow Josh convinced them that he was just rolling it and lighting it for them.
Yep.
But not actually smoking it.
You want to know what my punishment
At
was?
this time, everybody knew that Josh was a cannabis dude. Like, it wasn't a surprise. It was just like, dude, how the fuck do you convince them of that? I know, I just rolled it and lit it for them.
I just rolled it and lit it for them. I didn't want to lose my lighter.
So, yes, Josh is...
My punishment was to give a speech to the grade 8s about why drugs are bad.
Which he did highly stoned.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I was always stoned in school. But the best part of it was, so I wrote this speech, and they approved it. But when I gave it the one time, they asked me to do it to a grade 8 class. I had a little bit at the end. It went along the lines of something like this. So, kids, when you're packing your bag in the morning for school, leave the drugs at home. Getting high at school will lead to very negative realities for you. Be smart. Do your homework
and then do the drugs after to reward yourself. And this is called positive reinforcement and training self. And then they're like, oh my God, no, someone hit him. Like, what are you doing?
One of those moments you wish you had a big cane. You just go.
They didn't ask me to give the speech again.
You made your point.
I don't know. They were nice, though. They were mean.
Mr. Schindel wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But he was a pushover compared to Brader. Darth Brader's was the type of principal that on the year where we ran out of paper halfway through the year, went out and bought a new car.
Yeah. Well.
Like a BMW. Like an expensive new car. And meanwhile, the school she runs doesn't have any fucking paper.
Sorry, I totally went in my own brain there for a second.
Oh no. That's a dangerous place.
I know. It's weird having someone else in the show because you're talking, so that kind of thing. Let's go back to talking back in the day. So, what would you say? Here's an interview. I'm going to interview you now. As someone who grew up in Vancouver, British Columbia, as someone who grew up in the land of Beastie Bud, who grew up in a vastly more liberal, accepting time compared to many of the stoners who are still even living in this modern day today around the world. What was that like for you growing up? Were you aware of that growing up?
No, like my family wasn't. My parents didn't really drink more than like a beer or a glass of wine a night, really. So I didn't really get exposed to the whole weed thing until I was much later than a lot of people. So I was probably like 17 or 18. I dabbled around, and in grade 10, but grade 12 was really when I started smoking pot. I'm losing the train of thought. Please remind me of the question.
What was it like growing up in a place that was all like liberal and shit on weed?
Yeah, I mean, like it was just the normal for me. Like it wasn't until until you really left Vancouver until you realized, okay, this is.
Eugene Dolan. We're not quite that old, so we're talking about the 2000s, like
2004, 2005.
Well, for me, it was like
2005 for me.
Well, what year? Well, let me think here. I'm trying to think. Give me a second. How many years is high school? 5. Thank you.
8.
So I would have been like 12 or 13 at like 12 at 2000, I guess then.
When were you born? 88.
So that makes sense, yeah. So yeah, yeah. No, we're a lot younger than you think we are. We just look old as shit, I guess.
Thanks, by the way.
Yeah. We're aging.
Not so gracefully.
Hey, we're just getting sexier as far as I'm concerned. But no, I was like the early 2000s in Van City, right? Like, but back in the hood days, like, it was pretty safe. Like, where we lived, like, you just go get high, you go sit in an alley, smoke a joint. Wasn't a big deal. You could walk down West Broadway, smoke a joint.
The worst thing a cop was going to do is throw your weed out or,
Yeah, and they go, you bad child for smoking marijuana. And then you'd be like, fuck you, man, that was my allowance.
Well, yeah, like, the only time they ever give you shit is, like, if you, like, gave them the lip back or nothing, and the worst they were going to do is just take your weed, and you just go around and buy more.
Yeah. But it was an interesting time, I remember, my parents were pretty against pot at first back in the hood days. So, like, when I first, was caught for marijuana. I don't ever do anything small. The first time I got caught for marijuana, they found 10 pounds of marijuana under my bedspread in my bedroom. So, it was certainly an interesting first time getting caught for weed.
Mine wasn't that fast. They found the bong under my bed. Not so much 10 pounds of weed under your bed, but still just as drastic to them.
I was learning economics at a young age.
He had the supply and I had the demand.
We probably smoked way too much weed growing up, though. But hey, we turned out all right. He's a fucking head chef of one of the biggest golf courses on the east coast of Canada, up and coming chef of Canada, and I'm a professional idiot. So it's like we're both doing great. Oh man, good times. It's all good, Eugene Dolan. Not a problem. Well, is there anything you wanted to talk about today, Aaron?
Remember to spade and neuter your pets.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you for leaving that message with our audience. I don't know. I feel like the show is dragging. Maybe it's just because I feel like I'm high. But,
I feel and know that I am pretty stoned.
yeah. I just feel like we're boring people.
What's not hard? Like, ask a question.
No, I know. That's all right.
Get
We can
involved.
move on. Long story short, my friends, it's not quite an hour and a half, but we've done at least an hour and a bit. It's been a good show. It's lagging. Know when to shut yourself up. I've worked on that hard my whole life so far.
He's getting better, believe it or not. He is.
In theory, yes. But thank you for tuning into this live stream. We will have growth going for you very soon. Everything is
tuned.
going to be all right. We've got another storm coming, but we're going to survive. It's going to be all right.
We will survive.
Hashtag boom. All right, everybody. So keep it real. Keep it sexy. And remember, the true grower is the forever student. The true grower makes educated, stupid decisions. The true grower is not afraid to take risks. We just think about it a little bit before we do. And there we go. Daily gardening, my friends, is the best way. My best friend in the whole world, ladies and gentlemen. The Big A, the Mobile Mountain. Somehow this idiot has put up with me as a friend his whole life. I call him an idiot for that. Most people just want to kill me eventually. It's the law of God. All right, everybody. It's been a good show. I gotta fucking get past all the camera and the way I set this set up. So keep talking until I can click the end of the show.
You have reached the end of the show. Don't you wish there was a little bit more? Well, tune in on Sunday for a Sunday fun day. Or Josh will blow your mind.
Okay. Peace and love, everybody. Stay back.
You stay quiet.